Hello friends, welcome to my new code responsive website with Bootstrap 3 tutorial series video. Friends, in this tutorial we will learn how to add mobile navigation to our website. So friends, in our previous tutorial we added a navigation bar to our website. So if I go to the original site, here if I decrease the width of the browser, then you can see that after a certain breakpoint, the navigation bar get disappear and you see that there is something called as text comes up as business casual. So in Bootstrap terms, this is called as a brand of our website. So whatever the navigation bar got disappear, it came into form of this toggle. So if I increase the width of the browser, so you can see that the brand got disappear and also the toggle got disappear and it came back in the form of this navigation bar. So for the mobile screens, the navigation bar will look something like this, and for it say a desktop application it will look something like this. So this brings a responsiveness to our website. So Bootstrap provides support for this responsiveness, and you can see that after 768 pixel there is a breakpoint. So if I go to our site, then so you can see that currently this navigational bar has no responsiveness. So if I shrink it below 768 pixels, so it looks something like this. So there is no responsiveness and there is no brand and a toggle menu. So for mobile devices we need to provide this navigation facility to our website. So let's go to a Sublime Text and see how we can provide this responsiveness. So in our previous tutorial we discussed about this navbar and navbar default. So friends, first we'll look into how to make this navbar disappear when the website is opened into a say mobile device. So say if I show you the original site, so first we will be looking into something like, say if I open this website into a mobile device, then you can see this navigation bar get disappear. So first we will see how we can make this navigation bar disappear. So for that Bootstrap provide few classes. So into our the div which holds this unordered list will provide a class. Say there is a class in nav bar collapse and a class as collapse. So these are the two classes provided by Bootstrap. So if I save it and go to the browser, so to our site, if I now shrink this below 768 pixels, then you can see that the navigation bar got disappear. So this was the first part which we need to implement. Now the second part is, if I shrink this more, then I need to provide a say brand to our website and also a toggleable menu. So first we will be providing this brand. So in order to provide this brand, we need to say go to our editor, and here say inside our container, so just below the container we'll create a div, and to this div we'll provide a class of say navbar header. So this is a class provided by Bootstrap. So for the mobile devices, as it will hold the header for our navbar, so we have provided this class, and inside this class we will provide a brand. So for that we will create an anchor tag, and let's say to this I give the href as home.html, and to this I give a class of say navbar brand, and I give the text as business casual. So if I save it and go to the browser, so you see the brand is visible here, but on the original site this is not visible. And if I decrease the width, say below 768 it is visible. So in order to make it disappear say above 768 pixels, so we have already provided a media query. So if I just show you here, then you can see that we already created this media query into a previous tutorials. So into this I will be adding a property say .nav bar header, and to this I will provide a property of display as none. So what it does is, say when width of the browser is above 768 pixel, so it will make this header disappear, and when it's say less than 768 it will make it reappear. So if I save it and show you on browser now, so you can see that it's not visible, and so as soon as I decrease the width you can see it's visible here. So friend, this is the first part, and if I go to original site, then you can see, so there is a button here, and this button is a, say, a toggle button. So this button has basically three strips, so which are nothing but an icon bar. So we'll see how we can provide this button. So if I go to my Sublime Text Editor, then here into my HTML, just above the brand, first I will be creating a button. So to this button I will provide a type as button, and I will provide it a class as navbar dash toggle, because it's a toggleable button. So Bootstrap provides a class as navbar toggle, so which we will apply this to it, and we'll provide it a attribute as data toggle as collapse, because when we click on the button it expands, and when we again click it collapse, so the data toggle property will be collapse. And we have to give it a, say, data target property, and so this takes an ID of the collapse. So here whatever you want to show into the collapse, which is this home, about, blog, so whatever the ID is of this div which having this collapse class, we have to provide it here. So let's say I provide ID as, I give it as, say, business casual dash example dash navbar collapse. So this is an ID which I am giving. So the same ID I have to provide it to the navbar collapse and collapse class div. So the ID equals, so here this tells basically that whenever we click, the target will be our this div. So this home, about, and blog will come in the form of toggle menu. And moving ahead, so we also saw that button has three strips. So for creating those three strips we have to provide a span element, and to this span we have to provide a class of, say, icon bar. So icon bar is the class, and so we have to provide three icon bar to show three strips. And if I save it and I show it to you on the browser, then here, so here you see, so as soon as I click it, you see this navigation bar comes in the form of this toggle. And if I go to the original site, you see that we need to make few changes here. This business casual, we want to make it a bold, and if I toggle the menu, you see the padding and all, we need to remove this padding when it's a mobile device, and we have to give a default font when it's a mobile device. And if we increase the width of this browser, so it should come back in the form of, say, having a padding and a large font size. So in order to do this, what we have to do, we have to modify some CSS. So to our CSS, what we have to do is, like, say, when the browser width is, say, above 768 pixels, then we have to give all these properties which we have created above. So we have to give it a padding of 35 pixels, we have to give a transparent background, we have to display everything in the form of, say, table, we have to give a font size of 1.25, we have to give it a weight and all. So these properties will be applied whenever the width of the browser is, say, greater than 768 pixels. So I will just copy this all. So I will just cut this all the properties from here, and I will provide it to our media query. So I provided all the properties to our media query, and I saved it. And if I go to the browser, so here you see that when it's above 768 pixels, so it looks exactly what we created in our last tutorial. And if I decrease the size, so you see it came into a normal font, but you see that the uppercase property got disappeared because we removed that also, and also the font size, and also the boldness of the font. So we need to extract out few common properties, and we don't have to provide into into the media query. So so what we'll do here, if I show you, then so here this navbar nav, so we have to make these three properties say common to when width of browser is less than 768 pixels, and even more than 768 pixels. So we have to just remove this from our media query, and we have to just provide it into our normal, say as a normal CSS, which will be applied to say complete website. So I will give the property as nav bar dash nav. So here I have, like, as these are common properties, so I have extracted it out of this media query. So these three properties will be applied when if even if the width of the browser is less than 768 pixel or more than 768 pixel. So if I save it and now show it you on the browser, then currently it, when it's more than 768 pixels, it looks what we want. And if I decrease the width, then you can see that this and this looks exactly the same. And so one last thing remains is this business casual is somewhat in bold color, but here it's not in bold color. And also this business casual is in uppercase, but here it's not in uppercase. So we need to modify some more CSS. So if I go to HTML, so here you will see that, so to our brand we have provided a class of navbar brand. So we'll just change the properties of this class into our CSS. So here after this navbar name, I will just say nav bar dash brand, and I will say provide few CSS. So I will just copy this because this is exactly what I want to change. So I will just copy and paste it here, and I need to change the font weight. So I will give it a value as 900, and say letter spacing I give as 2 pixels. So if I save it and go to the browser, so if I decrease the width of the browser, you see that it looks exactly like this. So in this tutorial we discussed how we provide a navigation bar when the website is opened into say a mobile. So here you will see that we have made our navigation bar responsive. So when it's in desktop, it will be visible like this, and when the website will be opened into a mobile, so it will be looking something like this. So here mostly the changes were applied over the CSS part, and so whatever the CSS classes we provided in the previous tutorial were for the whole website, but in this tutorial we discuss how when it's a mobile we need to change it. So all the CSS we migrated into this media query because we wanted to apply those CSS when the width is say greater than 768 pixels. So we just placed all this CSS here, and so when it's a mobile device we made some properties as common. So these were the common properties irrespective of screen size. So friend, this was all about mobile navigation. So hope you like this video. Please like, comment, share and subscribe my YouTube channel. You can also visit my blog. The link is provided in description. Thanks, have a nice day.